Hey guys, it's Bonnie, and I just want to thank you. My dad passed away a few weeks ago, and on the day that he died, I made a video. I think I just needed to connect in some way, and I even have amazing support. I've got a wonderful spouse and sisters and a mom and son and wonderful friends. I just needed to connect in some way. I needed a way to express that anguish, loss, everything that I was feeling. And you guys allowed me to do that. And a lot of you reached out and told me how much it meant. And I was so grateful to hear that you received it in the way that I was trying to give it. I think when you are a primary caregiver, and that is not just, someone, your loved one living in your home. It can be you trying to take care of your loved one in the next city over or 3 or 4 states away. When you are in this, it can be really daunting, frustrating. I know for me, there was a lot of guilt because you don't know if you're doing it right. There's worry, there's anxiety, and being able to share some of those feelings and thoughts with you guys was really cathartic for me. Hearing some of your stories afterwards was even more helpful because we're just all in it. I'm 51, and of course a lot of my friends are in this age range, and I think most of us, or a lot of us, are going through trying to look out after loved ones, whether it's a mother or a father or an aunt or an uncle or, some other family member. And you don't know what you're doing a lot of times. If they need, some type of physical or medical or mental care, I think you guys are a lot like me. You just get it done in whatever form or fashion that is. If it's learning to navigate doctors and coordinating medications and, trying to find the little scooter thing that's charged at the grocery store so you can get your loved one in and out. I mean, it's all those things. It's worrying about your loved one because you don't know what you're doing most of the time. If there's a manual for this that I missed, I'm going to kick myself because we didn't know what we were doing. For the majority of the time, we didn't know what we were doing. But again, like a lot of you just kind of put your head down and get it done and take care of your loved one as best you can. And in the process of doing that, I think you don't take care of yourself as well as you need to. I was talking with a friend today who is taking care of their loved one, and she expressed to me that she hasn't been to yoga in a couple of months, and that gives her joy. She even said, I need it, and she hasn't been in 2 months. And my first thought is, well, you need to get this done. This is important to you. This is going to help you. And then after I got off the phone with her, I'm like, golly day, Bonnie, that is such great advice. Why didn't you take it during those 7 months? Because there were days when self-care really could have been just wash your freaking hair that day. Your back's hurting, go to the doctor. you you are so focused on other things, and sometimes you kind of have to be, that you don't put yourself at the top of that list. And honestly, that saying, if you're on a flight, take care of yourself before administering help or aid to others, the whole breathing thing, it's really true. I was even in it, and I remember thinking, Bonnie, you enjoy walks and you enjoy hikes, and I was able to do some of that, but I would feel that need to get out and do it because I was on the edge, and I was on the edge a lot. And for those of you that I kind of lashed out at, I apologize, and thank you for, saying, it's okay, Bonnie, we know you're having a hard time. I felt the need to get out and do something that I really needed to do, and I didn't. I did not prioritize those activities that I think would have been really helpful. I mentioned in my other video that, you lash out at people, and there was one incident in particular where a work colleague had said something so innocent. I completely took it the wrong way, and later had to go back and apologize. And you know who you are. Thank you for being so gracious about it. But this is how on edge I was during that time. There was my home office looks out onto my yard and my street, and I saw my neighbor taking my trash can back up to the house. I went into fight mode. As I'm going to the side door to confront the stranger, I didn't get the garbage can back to the house fast enough for you? They just picked it up today, fella. I go out there and talk to him, and I'm probably am up here, can I help you? And he was just the nicest guy. I'm just, we moved into the neighborhood about 8 months ago, and me and my wife just kind of think that it's good to do something nice. And I saw your trash can, and I thought I'd bring it back to the house. Well, you could have knocked me over with a leaf. I mean, I could not believe how wonderful this guy was being. I was shocked at how crazy and up here I was. And I think, I shared that story with a couple people, and I think I remember just going, okay, Bonnie, you have crossed over into a whole nother level. I even remember feeling that way and still not taking that time that I needed. I don't know if it was kind of like a martyr syndrome of, you know what, we're in it, and this is what you have to do to be a primary caregiver. I don't know if it was just get it done mode and just take care of everything. And once you get all those things marked off your list, then you can have the time. I don't know what it was. I do know that if I would have done more of the self-care, I probably wouldn't have felt like I did on some of those days. One of you reached out to me after I posted my first video, and I was being truthful, where I said, some days I just wanted to get in my car and drive to the other side of the United States. And again, you guys, I have a great support system. So if you feel like you're on that much of an island to drive across the other side of the U.S., or if you're going to verbally attack your neighbor for doing something super nice, those are red flags. And I would encourage you to take that time, even if it's just 10 minutes of getting outside and walking, The world will survive without you for 10 minutes. If you like lighting a candle and just watching it burn and enjoying the peace and the quiet, do that. If it's getting a cup of coffee at Starbucks, if that's what you enjoy doing, go do that. For me, I like Goodwill shopping. I just do. I'm a thrifty girl. And even if I don't buy anything, I like looking. I like creating. Sometimes I'll make jewelry, and that would give me peace. I didn't do it near enough. So please take the time for yourself if you're a primary caregiver. Please take the time for yourself if your loved one lives several states away, because you cannot take care of anybody if you don't take care of yourself first. The world will appreciate you. You will appreciate you. And I'm sending you tons of good energy and love wherever you are on your journey. Please be safe. Please take care of yourself. We'll talk to you soon.